Hey guys, it's Roseanne White here from Live Fit in Scottsdale, Arizona with our Wednesday workouts. So welcome, welcome. I hope you guys are having a great week wherever you're at. And I'm looking forward to showing you today some everyday moves that you can do with the Yoga Swirl Wheels from Life Pro. I'm going to give some time for things to populate, for people to come click in. And if you have any questions along the way, if you have any concerns, any areas that you want to improve your flexibility, because that's what these guys are all about, go ahead and type it in the chat and let me know what your questions are. I'm going to be going through a series of different moves today, and some may be more comfortable than others, but uh, we are working out of our comfort zone a lot of the times. A couple side notes on this session, like all sessions, first watch along with me, watch the live or watch the recording if you're watching this recorded, and just kind of see what's going on. Listen to my cues and instructions, and then start doing some of these moves, maybe just a few at a time. Take the time to get into the moves, to get out of the moves, and ease yourself into it, especially if you are new to the yoga swirl wheels. Uh, Please be advised that if there's any pain, sharp, shooting, numbing, tingling, back off. If you've got any spinal injuries already or things you're working with, make sure that your doctor, your PT says it's cool for you guys to do this. Give me a second. I just want to adjust a couple of things here just to make sure that I'm seeing you and you're seeing me. So give me just a minute here. And I just want to click on my notes. So I want to make sure I cover everything. So, I've been teaching fitness for about 25 years. And I got into Pilates actually in 2000-ish. Yeah, so Pilates for 23 years. And I don't know if you know, have heard of Pilates, but Joseph Pilates is the inventor of that practice. And he has a couple of quotes that we all kind of think about all the time in the Pilates world. And he says, if your spine is inflexible and stiff at 30, you are old. If it is completely flexible at 60, you are young. So you are only as young as your spine is flexible. And that is the truth. I see it all the time. I work with active aging adults like you that have a lot of stiffness. And, we have to keep moving. As Amber has said, probably Deb has said, a lot of people, my doctors, my practitioners, my colleagues, motion is lotion and movement is medicine. So what about the swirl? What's this all about? Again, if you're new to it, welcome, welcome. I'm excited to show you and demonstrate some of the amazing things you can do with it. The yoga swirl, which just came out, oh gosh, maybe 2 years ago already, a year and a half, 2 years ago, actually was invented only in 1978 by Sir Dharma Mitri. He was a great yogi of the day, and he invented these wheels to help loosen the muscles of his back and help realign posture to support the flexibility and arching of the back. But we use them for a lot more things. Now, don't worry if you're not a yogi. Don't worry if you don't do Pilates. That's not the deal. We all need to move and bend. There's many, many reasons why you want to consider a yoga wheel, the swirl, because they're very therapeutic for us. If you find it's difficult to do certain stretches, it will make it easier and safer. It will, by becoming more flexible, you will prevent injuries, and they actually improve flexibility. What's really wonderful too, and you'll see it in some of the moves that I'm going to show you, is that it really helps to support your breathing. And I'll go a little deeper in that when I show you the poses. And it's going to make you stronger. The wheel will make you stronger. The other reasons you might want to consider this is that, you get more variety in your stretches, in your yoga poses or your stretches. And the bottom line for using this product is that it's going to stimulate your fascia and your connective tissue. light vibration platforms, which we're working a lot on these days. I like to actually warm up. I just moved my Life Pro Rumlex Pro off to the side. I like to get on my vibration platform and move around a little bit first, just to kind of loosen things up before I get onto these bad boys. But you don't have to. It's not necessary to be warmed up because you're gonna be going in and out of the poses. So I have 3 wheels here, and I've attached. I've already sent the link where you can get these on the website, and I will definitely be putting another link in later on. But the product's $59.99, and you get 3 wheels, which is awesome. I mean, it's a great price. If you shop them out anywhere else, you're going to find that this is a really competitive price, a very fair price, because Life Pro's amazing lifetime warranty. And the fact is, I don't think these things are going to give out too soon. They hold hundreds of pounds of weight, and right at the top of my head, I forgot how many hundreds, but hundreds of pounds of weight. So you would have to really put some serious weight to break them. They're very sturdy. You've got a 5-inch wheel, okay, 5-inch in diameter, a 7-inch, and a 13.4-inch. Now I'm going to demonstrate with the different wheels for different poses or different stretches, but don't let that limit you. If you need a bigger one or smaller one, use the wheel that's right for you at your stage of stretching. What I love about the Life Pro wheels, and I've used these at a yoga, actually the fitness center that I go to, in their yoga room, they've got them, and theirs are made of cork here. And I'm going to show you this close up, this texture. See this texture on here? I like the texture because it helps to press into the tissue and help to loosen things up even more. So let's begin. I'm going to move my camera up because the first pose we're going to do is standing. Now these are going to be everyday moves. Yes, everyday moves that you can do with the swirl. So I'm going to move my camera up just a little bit for this first couple. What I'm going to do, I'm going to work with the small and the big wheel. So I'm going to put the small wheel between my thighs, just like that, okay? And then the larger wheel, I'm going to place, I think I'll place it wide. So all we're going to do is we're going to squeeze that wheel. I'm going to get this inner thigh connection, get it, reach up, and then you're going to bend over and put your hands on the wheel. Now what I want to do, that's just going to support my torso weight. I'm going to shift forward, and I'm going to kind of line things up so my feet, now my knees are bent, okay? Feet under the hips, shoulders are over the wheel. And I just want to round my spine and then flatten it. We're doing a standing cat-cow. Now here's the beauty of this. If you're tight hamstrings, you bring the floor to you. Exhale, squeeze the ring, the small ring. Inhale, look forward. Do this a couple times with me. Exhale and inhale. To make sure there's no tension in your neck, the next time you exhale, head down, look to your left, look toward the small ring, and look to your right. Come back to center, and then back. Now, once you feel pretty good with that, I'm going to walk back a little bit, and now I'm turning the wheel. I'm going to roll out. My knees are bent a lot. Stretching through the lats right now. Knees bent. Press down and straighten your legs and bend them. Exhale, inhale. You can see that my tailbone lifts up, hamstring stretch, and then I bend. I'm getting a nice back stretch. Do this a couple times. Press into all 4 corners of your feet, lift your hips, pull your belly in, and then bend the knees. Head hangs heavy. Weights in my toes and my heels. I'm not favoring either way. And then roll the ring in. Slowly let your head come up first so you don't get dizzy. And then you're going to move the ring, hands on the thighs, and roll up. So that's just a nice way to stand. Start with the standing pose here. I'll do this down a little bit. Just to do a quick little forward fold. Now, I'm going to go in I've got some upper, middle, lower back stretches. I'm going to stretch your neck, the shoulders and chest. We're going to do the lats, hamstrings, hips. You're going to do a whole body stretch here. Remember, take it in parts. Maybe today you want to do a little upper, maybe you want a little lower, you can mix it up. But I want you to know that any part of this you can do any day, every day. So the first thing I'm going to work with the biggest ring. I'm going to set my other 2 rings aside. I'm going to work with the biggest ring. I'm going to be on the floor. I don't have a yoga mat underneath me, clearly, but you can have one underneath you. I'm on carpeting. It's a little slippery. You can wear shoes if you want. I decided to go barefoot. I've been teaching Pilates all day and I'm barefoot, so I decided to stay there. Now I'm going to show you from the side. My fingers are keeping the wheel snug against my back. And the knees are bent. You can straighten your legs out right now. You don't need the bend in the knees. And all I'm going to do is kind of rest my spine into the ring and just feel a little pressure. This is just going to help kind of trigger point and press into the muscles in the kind of mid to lower back area. Just want to feel that. I feel pretty solid. That's how much all my weight's back there. But I'm going to add on to this now. I'll bend the knees a little bit and I'm going to lift up and drop down. My thumbs are holding that ring in place. Lift up, tuck your chin, roll down. Exhale as you do this. And inhale. Still very low in the ring. Exhale. And inhale one more time. Push into your feet to lift your seat. And back down. Hands behind your head to support your head. And just let your eyes gaze to the sky. Now, I'm going to go walk my feet, my butt forward, my feet forward. Now up in the middle of the back. Okay, right in the center between the hips and the collarbones, right in the center here. So I talked a little bit about breathing and opening up your ribs, your diaphragm. Our psoas muscle is connected into our iliac, into our hip area, all the way up to the lumbar. This is going to be a big stretch for these upper psoas muscles. No one thinks about this. They're always thinking about their hip flexors. So what I'd like you to do is right hand behind your head. You're going to straighten the left and then just kind of breathe into it. Feel that ribs pulling back, pushing the heel forward. And that hip flexor relaxes so I can really get a nice opening through my rib cage. Bring your head forward, leg in, and then straighten the opposite leg, and then let the head shift back just slightly. I'm not going into a back bend. I'm just being in a supported posture. I'm going to add on to this. Take a breath in. Exhale out. Now we're going to go ahead and stretch, reach back, get a big stretch. My right hand, my left foot, my head is supported, so I'm getting a lot of length here. And back in. Switch it out. Right hand supports the head, right leg goes out, and I'm going to hold this posture, but not the breath. Breathe in, breathe out. One more. And then back here, head in. Now, both legs are going to go out. One, then the other. Legs are heavy, and my head goes back, supporting. I'm not going to let go of my head right now. I want my head supported. I don't want the neck to stress. But I want to feel that stretch into all these muscles, that almost up to my heart space. These are subtle stretches. You may not notice it right now, but your body's going to notice it. The hip flexors are totally softened. And then bring your head up, bend your knees, and come back in. Counter that pose for a moment. Take your ring forward, hands here, and just drop your head and feel your lower back pushing away. I'm going to move up your spine just a little bit more. So now I'm going to take the ring again. I'm going to make sure I'm holding on to it. I'm going to bring my feet together. Okay, soles of the feet together. I'm going to make sure you see this as well. There's my soles of my feet. I'm going to show you from the side. Tuck the chin. You're going to push into the feet and lift up and down. I'm opening up the hips. Slide the feet closer if it's available for you. Push in. Now your hands can hold the floor and eyes to the sky. Open up the hips and back down. Hands can come here if you want. There's not so much stability, so I would put one hand on the ground and open up those hips. Let the head drop back. Last time, everybody. Keep those feet together, fingertips down, and eyes to the sky, and open up. Great. Now, we'll slide the feet out. We're going to bring that roller down a bit more now. I'm going to scoot. Actually, I'm going to bend my knees. The wall's in the way. I'm going to bring my head on the roller, on the wheel. My head's supported. My hands are here. And I'm just going to keep my elbows close and open up. Your shoulder blades will be on either side of the wheel. And you'll feel that little bit of massage between the shoulder blades, and the muscles between them are kind of getting just a gentle massage. Now, where it's comfortable for you, hold on, elbows slightly apart, and you're going to lift up. Head is supported. Lift your hips. I'm not going to turn my head to the side here. I want you to lift your hips up all the way, and then come on down. The head comes with you. The butt comes down. You're going to roll back and roll forward. I'm only going to do this 2 more times with a slow and controlled breath. Inhale, exhale, lifting the hips, lower down. 1 more, up and down. Easy does it when you come down. Lift your head, careful, careful, roll yourself up. So again, a couple nice, easy rolls back and forth. And already I can feel my spine's feels much more rubbery. Now, like I said, we're lower back, middle back, upper back. I'm just trying to release things. You can go deeper into this. You can do these crazy, very crazy and cool back bends. But today I want this to be kind of, like I said, everyday things that you can do to get your spine moving. So since we've kind of worked all the way up to our neck, I want to do one thing, actually not one, a couple things with the smaller wheel. Keep this big wheel handy. You're going to need it. But I see comments often about how people love this for their neck. Again, a word of caution. I want to make sure you aren't dealing with a lot of neck issues. And I won't name those, but if you find that you're it's going to be too much to support your head and neck, and it doesn't feel comfortable, back off right now. Maybe put a blanket or something to roll, and get used to your neck being flexed and extended a lot. But for most of us, I think it should be okay. I'm going to take that ring. I'm going to put my cervical spinal on there. There's big bones at the base of the skull that are going to be supported. Okay, so just kind of hang out here. Hold on to the ring. Make sure you're not jamming your chin. You hear my voice changes? I want you to make sure the throat is open. And just hang out here. Arms could be heavy. And all you want to do, you could wiggle your shoulders around so you're opening up, and breathe. Again, if not, I'm going to say it so many times. If there's any sharp shooting, numbing, tingling, whatever sensations, please back off. If it's comfortable for you, straighten one leg out, then the other, and let your hip flexors relax. So this is very supportive, but there's some lengthening. I'm separating the vertebra. I'm creating some space in the neck. Your head weighs anywhere between 6 to 8, 9 pounds. So all the load is on the wheel. And you can nod the chin a little bit. That's very gentle. I'm not jamming my chin. I'm just letting my nose drop down and up, and getting the bones at the base of the skull to stretch away from the cervical spine. Find a place that's comfortable, maybe hang out there. I got a little more space when I did that. And breathe. When you want to get out of it, be careful here. Bend your knees, lift your head, and lower down. Before you do anything else, I want you to rest. I want you to just let your neck rest. Give a ponytail like I do. Move that ponytail away and let everything relax. Maybe only about 15 to 30 seconds. Spine relaxes, hips relax, the whole spine, because we're going to add on from here. So when you're ready, you're going to roll to the side, nice and easy. Take your time coming up, because we really moved the fluid in our head, and I want to make sure you're not dizzy. So I love doing supported back bends, whether it's on a yoga block, a bolster, blankets. It's a little more supportive, but can be intense when you're on the wheel because it's harder. So start with the small wheel. As you get more flexible, you might go to the middle one, and heck, you might even go to the large one over time. But because I want this to be something you can do every day without too much warm up, here's how we're going to do this. You'll make sure that your wheel is going to be on its side because your feet are going to go on here. So lay on down. Make sure I'm in my screen still. Yeah. Okay. Your feet are going to be on the wheel when you need it, but place it on the sides for now. Okay. Realign everything. What we're going to do is end up putting this ring where it's on my belly. It's going to be on under my back. Now, a lot of people, they find if they lift up, they can't lift up enough to get the ring there. It's just there's not enough space. Okay. If you don't have problems, you're going to roll up and slide the ring underneath your back. But if you find that, not happening today. I worked with a client today and she was tight and it was hard for her to roll up. So all I did was put her feet on something else to give her some lift. When you lift up, look over your knees. Do not turn your head. I want you to make sure your spine is in alignment. This is super important when you start putting weight into your shoulders and your head. You do not want to keep turning your head, okay? Now, I'm doing that because I don't have any neck issues to speak of, but I want you to be careful, okay? Knees over feet, lift the hips, and you're going to find that Goldilocks place. How do you know it's the right place, the Goldilocks place? I'll tell you in a moment. Just kind of place it where it feels like you've got your lumbar support, and just pick one foot up. That knee is right over the hip joint here. If it's a little bit more, not so good yet. I need it to be able to rest over there easily. Place that foot down, adjust as needed. Take the other foot, see how that feels. If you feel pretty good, both feet should be able to come up. And you should feel very much supported on this ring. Now, I'm holding the ring in place. It shouldn't move, but you can put your hands there just to be safe. Okay? And that's where our starting point is. Then I'm going to have you bring one knee into your chest. The other foot comes down. You'll find the ring or the ground. Now, you got air on the side of caution here. Foot on the larger ring is fine. I'm looking to bring that knee in and I'm going to start opening up my hip more. If this feels okay, put your foot on the ground. Switch it out. Knee comes down. Other knee comes up. I'm going past my hip joint and I've got like a split here. I'm stretching both sides out. That should feel good. Bring the foot back on the ring and both feet down. Now, I'm going to add on to this. Make sure that ring stays handy, okay, guys, because you might need it to get off. Shoulders flat, neck long, one leg up and then the other. And then bring your legs up for a second, flex your feet, point them. Don't worry about your hamstrings. We're just getting a little bit of stability in the pelvis. Bend your knees, hold on to your small ring, and let your knees come all the way toward your chest. This is a big opening in the lower back. So I don't want that ring to slide away. I'm going to exhale. You can push away a little bit, massage the lumbar area. Exhale. Inhale, push it away. Exhale. Your knees may eventually come all the way to your chest. A lot of compression here into the hip joint. Slowly bring it back. One foot's going to find the ring at a time. Find the ring or the floor. Now, I'm going to go on, since I compressed this area, now I'm going to stretch it. So my left leg is going to slide out. Foot is flexed. My right foot is still on the ring. And I'm going to feel this big stretch in the hip flexor. Again, the psoas started up in kind of like L4 area. It's going all the way down into the inner thigh. Okay, it travels through. Amber's shown us a lot of pictures of that over time. So lengthening that out, did a big stretch. Now, same arm goes back. Take a big breath. This is an amazing supported back bend. Bring that foot in. We'll do the other side, then we'll do both sides. Foot comes on the floor, slide the leg out. I love to keep the foot flexed because I want to make sure that my glutes supporting the stretch of my hip flexor, and then reach out. Lengthen, breathe, release. You're going to bring the arm back, the foot back. Now, if it feels safe for you guys, 1 foot at a time only, please. 1 foot out. Check it out. Other foot goes out. Feet are flexed. Pelvis is anchored. You're supported in your back. Both arms can reach over. And now you've got this amazing back bend stretch. My back is fully supported on that ring. You're not going to hold this too much longer, so just hang out for a few breaths. My right side is pretty tight, so I'm really glad I'm doing this today. Bring one knee in, then the other. Put your feet on the ring if you need assistance. If you don't need it, hold on to the small ring. Lift your hips high, remove the ring, and lower down, bone by bone. And relax. Oh, that feels so good. So I've hit up from neck to tail, your entire spine. And gosh, I've spent a lot of time just doing that. So let's roll to the side. Take your time coming up. Okay, I want to show a few little hip flexor stretches and some side bends. So hang out with me, guys, for a little bit longer here. Big ring. While we have been using the ring on our back, let's talk about the figure 4 stretch. And you've seen this done in so many different ways, but I want to show you how you can do this on the ring. Now our spine's nice and warmed up. Hands on the floor, walk back a little bit, cross over. I'm going to do this side first, okay? Are my feet dirty? I've been walking barefoot today. And you're going to drop down and up. Tuck your chin a little bit, roll down and up. I'm using that ring to get a nice deep bend so my right hip is getting the stretch. One more time, pressing into the ring. Maybe the butt touches the ground, maybe not. Switch, okay? Take a breath, come on down. I can tell you this side is a lot looser for me today. And take it down. Keep the foot flexed. Exhale. Press into that ring 2. And one more time. Excellent. Oh yeah, I'm touching the ground. Yay! I think I should probably do the other side again. And slowly come on down. So I'm going to take this ring now, and I'm going to show you a quick little hamstring stretch here. A lot of times you will find, and maybe you find all the time, when you sit up straight, you have to bend your knees because this happens to your back. You're super tight here. I got a solution for you. You're going to use the big ring and the small ring. I'm going to do my left hamstring so you can see this. I'm putting my ankle on the small ring and I'm going to slide it out. And then I'm going to lean my back here. So there's my hamstring stretch. You can support your head. You can bend in and out. So this is a gentle stretch on the hamstring. If you find that you can do a little bit more, let me take you up to the next level. Okay. Ankle somewhere resting in the center of the ring. Back is supported. Okay, so I'm going to hinge. I'm going to open up my hip flexor. My hip flexors are tight here, and I can stretch out that hamstring. Press out. You might even move that wheel right underneath the knee joint. So I'm supporting my knee joint. I've got this really great stretch. Once you're there, put one hand on the outside of the thigh and rotate a little bit. So look at that, lengthening the side body all the way to the heel. So it's a great way to stretch out your body and get out of that tightness of your lower back. Okay, let's do the other side real quick. Come on up. I'm going to demo both sides because I want to make sure you're doing both sides as well. Get that ring right in the middle of the back. Start with the ankle, hands behind the head. And if you don't need your hands behind your head, you can hold the ring because that's going to open up your chest. Stretch it out. Feels pretty good. Get that ring in. And now get the back of the knee to press toward the ring. Quad is engaged. Hamstring is lengthening. Hold it there. Opposite hand out. Hand behind the head. And I'm going to lean into it and stretch. and de-rotate. Excellent. Now we're going to go into some side bending. See, I did figure 4. I did some hamstrings with back support. I did our hip flexors. Okay, let's go ahead and work our side body. Okay, we'll do side body, lats, obliques, and the QLs. The QLs are the muscles that run along the. We have all these spinal muscles, but the QLs are kind of like where the love handles are. A little bit opposite of the obliques, and they tend to be tight. I can tell you my experience, my QLs are tight on one side more than the other. So I like this little exercise. I work with a lot of golfers, aging golfers. When I say that, 70, 80 years old, that have lost this ability to rotate shoulders, move their hips, and their backs are super tight. So this is a great movement for any and everybody. You're going to find a place that you can sit on the side. You might have your hip high. Don't worry about that. I don't care where your hip is right now. It's about supporting your ribs. Okay, so my armpit's going to be on here for right now. I'm leaning into this. Now, I told you, it might not be super duper comfortable. And if you're like, man, I can't deal with this, I'm going to show you a quick little trick. I like the texture of the ring, but you might go, I need a little padding. If you just put this towel there, that's going to soften you right off the get-go. So I want you to know that. Don't let that stop you. If you're like, whoa, way too much. It's just you're too tender. You're a delicate little peach, as I call one of my clients. Okay, because we want to get some connective fascia moving, or the connective tissue, and stimulate the fascia. You can hold your head. Knees can be bent. Find what's comfortable for you, and let's just open up and stretch that lat. Okay, nice support stretch. Let's just start here. Breathe into sensations. Under the ring, under the hip, anything that goes on there. That's your start, okay? Then you're going to roll on and find your forearm. My bottom knee's bent, my top leg's straight. Now here's my side bend. I'm going to come on up, head is up. I've got a little weight in my shoulder, but not too much. And up. My ribs are being pushed up as I melt over. Now I've got my lats and my obliques are stretching. You can just keep this knee wherever it works for you and support. And get a big stretch here. Reach your arm if that's available, but I always put my hand behind my head just to make sure I'm not coming forward. I don't want to cave in. Nice big stretch. When you're done with that, carefully come on down, slide yourself down. This leg is going to turn. Now, adjust for the knee and grab your big ring, your middle ring, put it on the arch of your foot. There's another inner thigh stretch and hamstring stretch we're creating here. I'm holding on to the big ring to keep myself upright as I stretch my hamstring, push it down, open the thigh. So I'm very upright now. My weight, I'll show you, is evenly distributed. Watch the knee. If this is not comfortable for you, it's a big bend. I'm going to give you a tip in a moment, but stay there with me. Okay. Now that I've got this, I'm going to take the big ring and put a bend in your knee if you have to. I'd like you to keep it straight as possible, but I want you to rotate and turn. Here's where we're stretching the QL. Pull the belly in, drop the head, and feel that stretch. Breathe into it. We want a lot of sensation. We just bent over that side. Now we're stretching it. I like to roll the ring since it can roll. Come on up, breathe in, and then exhale over. Watch how I go a little deeper each time. It's just because my body's relaxing into it. And exhale. One more time. I'm not putting a lot of tension in my neck. I've got my ring for support. And all the way out. And come on up. Now, before I go any further, I want to give you a tip. If you find that bending your knee is very painful, take a towel. Roll it a little bit, okay? And put this around the knee joint and just bend. Like to squeeze it. You're going to create some space there, and this is a miracle worker for so many of my clients that feel that they can't put a big bend in for whatever reason. Inflammation, whatever your reason is that you've got an issue in your knee. That's going to help to separate the lower bone, the tibia, from the femur. Okay, so let's do the other side because I don't want to be lopsided, and I don't want to be lopsided either. So I'm taking my middle size ring out. I'm going to swivel my knees, and you can see how my hip likes to hike this, and that's okay. Right? I mean, over time your hips might loosen up, but this is more about side bending. Okay, you're going to first come under the armpit, square yourself up, support your head, just kind of leaning into it, and find that place where it just feels, again, as comfortable as possible, with air quotes. It's not that comfortable, but you're just trying to get into that tissue. You can roll a little bit. You can even let that arm stretch out. I mean, I didn't do this on the other side, but you can go ahead and stretch into it. There's a big old lat and pec stretch there. But right now, we're just going to support ourselves over it. Okay. So I've got that feeling. Okay. I'm going to straighten this leg out. I'll hold on to the ring as I come up and over until I find my forearm on the ground. Let me make sure you guys see me here, my ankle. Okay. So my knee is supporting. I'm here, my hands behind my head. And now here's my big stretch over. Elbow to the sky. You can roll a little bit if you want. This bottom arm, it's the forearm I'm pressing him. I don't want to collapse. I want to press into my forearm so I come up and over. You can stretch your arm over, get a little more lat stretch here. Push in through the heel. You can feel it let go when you exhale. Slowly come up and back. Swivel that leg out. Find your medium ring. There's my inner thigh and hamstring stretch. I use this ring just to keep me upright. I'm pressing down to lift up. See my pelvis change? It was kind of flexed over. I'm lifting up. My pelvis is rocking forward because I'm pushing down on something. And I'm stretching my leg out. Everything's nice and upright now. My hips are pretty even. I think they are. Yep. Okay. We're going to take the big ring over. And you're turning your shoulders. A little bit of turn there. You should have some swivel now that we've stretched our obliques, and start walking out. I can tell you right now, you're going to notice this side is tighter for me, but watch how it changes the more that you do this. Okay, I'm going to press out, exhale. That's my first one. I'm going to breathe into it. Come back up. And then out again. Back. And here's my third one. All the way. Look at the difference there. I'm trying to put my thigh pressed down. If it works, push your foot into your inner thigh, get that connection. Top arm reaching away. Head is heavy. So the stretch is right in your QLs that way. Actually, I guess both sides were pretty tight today. And come back up. So finally, we're going to open up the legs nice and wide. I want you to roll a little bit. If you find that, this is just not happening, like I don't feel comfortable sitting that upright, grab a bolster, grab a blanket, so your hips are a little higher. You can even be on your vibration platform on this, guys. Grab that platform. I'm not going to take the time to set mine back up, but grab it, flex your feet, and then your final stretches can come out here. Back in. Take it out. Back in. One more time. Hold it out. Breathe into that lengthening of your spine. Push through your feet. Come back up. Grab onto the big ring. Push your arches into there. Lift your chest up. Nice and long. And release. Okay, guys, that was just some of the many things you can do to keep your spine flexible, from head to shoulders to lower back to hips. If there are any specific areas you're looking to work on, type it in the chat. I'm happy to come back on and show a few more of the examples. there's another, and I'll put the link in there later on in the chat. I did a swirl workout. It was also a core strengthening workout. So this is a great tool to use to actually strengthen your core as well as stretch. Stephanie, thanks so much for joining me. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Again, if you guys have any questions, message me through Facebook, through Instagram. My email is Roseanne at livefit.com. Email me there. I'm so happy to help you guys out. It's always my pleasure, my honor, my privilege to be with you guys in the Life Pro VIP and the Life Pro family and new people that are new to Life Pro. It's a great company to be able to work with. My clients love the products. They're always anxious to see what's new from Life Pro this week. And we've got a whole library of videos. I've probably done over 100 lives right now, so there's lots of things to look at and choose from. Let me know if there's something you guys want me to work on. I've got a few things coming up my sleeve, but I wanted to give you some flexibility. We haven't done that in a while. I think it's really important. Like Joe Pilates says, if your spine is inflexible, stiff at 30, you are old. If it's completely flexible at 60, you are young. I am 65, and my motto is live fit to age well. So thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your week. This is a recorded video, so you can catch it anytime you want. Bye for now.